It's time to face the music. Elise is waiting at the cafe theatre. Unless something has gone wrong, of course. Arno is probably wishing it has. Someone say psst here? They did say that. I saw a subtitle up here. Oh, I think it's just the co-op guy down there. I'll have to turn subtitles off again at some point. I mean, let me know if you're watching this and really don't want me to turn subtitles off. A cautious alliance.
Bonjour, mes amis. Tonight we are here to speak on the topic of Citizen Guillotin and his marvelous invention.
So,
Seems you've been busy.
tracking down the man who killed your father, yes.
Best of luck. He's killed most of my allies and intimidated the rest into silence. No closer now than I was 2 years ago.
I've seen him.
What? When? Where can I find him?
I'm not sure that's a good idea. He wants you dead, Elise.
What? You want to protect me?
I want to help you. The Brotherhood has resources, manpower.
You cannot be serious. I don't trust the assassins.
They kill people.
A criminal might be remade in the image of a model citizen. A man who is sent to the guillotine, on the other hand,
Do you trust me?
remade into one thing, a corpse.
I haven't changed that much, Elise. I'm still the same boy who distracted the cook while you stole the jam. The same one who helped you over the wall into that dog-infested orchard.
Dogs are a plague.
All right. Take me to your Brotherhood. I'll hear the offer.
Offer may be a bit strong.
Yeah, it's, they're probably going to make demands rather than offers, but... Elise's accent is interesting. I can't quite place it. It doesn't sound
Is that?
mainstream
Bloody
French.
Templar.
What's he doing?
Really?
They're a touch paranoid when it comes to security.
2 right turns, 73 steps, then down a flight of stairs, a left and another right. Did I get all that?
I think that's a yes.
What the hell you done this time, pisspot?
The Templars have marked her for death.
So you brought her here?
The Brotherhood has resources, manpower.
Shut up!
Well, what have we here?
My name is...
For heaven's sake, take that blindfold off. Ridiculous.
I'm glad Mirabeau is a bit more sensible.
My name is Elise de la Serre. My father was François de la Serre, Grand Master of the Templar Order. I've come to ask for your help.
It is interesting to see the assassins being
Mirabeau.
the
Must
powerful
we rehash
status
this
quo.
debate again?
We must, and we will, Master Kemar. If you cannot see the advantage in being owed a favor by Francois de la Serre's daughter, I despair for our future. Continue, Mademoiselle de la Serre.
Oh, here we go.
You are not men with whom I would normally parley, monsieur. But my father is dead, as are my allies within the Order. If I must turn to the assassins for my revenge, so be it.
Parlay my arse! It's a trick! To make us lower our guard. I say we kill her, send her head back as a warning.
Belek.
Enough! Plainly, this discussion is better conducted in private.
If you will excuse us, Mademoiselle de la Serre,
Certainly.
Arno,
perhaps you should accompany her. I am sure you two have much to talk about.
The truce did not do much to engender trust, it seems.
That went about as well as I expected.
Give it time. Mirabeau will talk them around.
Do you really think we'll find him? After all this time?
His luck can't last forever. François Germain believed Lafrenière was...
François Germain?
Yes?
Where is he?
His shop's on Rue Saint-Antoine. Why? What the... Elise?
She's just had a better idea.
Elise!
Oh man, let's see how this goes. The story of this game is not actually bad, apart from the one central insanity of it. It's using the revolution as a backdrop. It's just crazy. But the actual story itself is fine. It just kind of... maybe it should have been set 50 years earlier or something. I really like this green coat, by the way.
Slow down!
Got some really interesting light and dark transitions. It's a pretty game. Also,
Wait for me!
just for the faint of thinking, it is obvious what Elise is doing. She's going to try and kill Germain. And if she succeeds, of course,
What
then...
was that about?
Oh no. François Germain was my father's lieutenant.
What?
He was cast out of the order when I was a girl. Something about heretical notions or Jacques de Molay, I'm not entirely sure. But he should be dead. He died years ago.
Did anyone tell him that?
Ah.
I would very much like to ask him a few questions.
So would I.
You know what? Maybe Germain did die. Maybe there was another sage and this man looks the same. This is interesting.
Empty.
Upstairs. That's where his workshop was.
Let's go.
Last time I was here, there
might
was
not
a
even be the
large
same
army in
Germain.
it.
Tall, grey hair, eyes 2 different colors.
All right, perhaps it is the same Germain.
But his hair wasn't really that grey. So perhaps it isn't.
Looks like no one's home. Elise.
Don't tell me. It's a trap.
Yep.
It's a trap.
Look your back!
Thankfully, I am also a trap. I mean, it is easy to, as an assassin, set a trap would be a more precise way of putting that.
Well, that was bracing.
Just like that time in Marseille.
Bit more blood this time around.
There's nothing here.
He must have known his bluff wouldn't hold up.
So we've lost him again.
Maybe not. Let's keep looking.
The green coat looks particularly good in cutscenes.
Locked. Maybe we could... do that. Well, now I know why this wasn't on the official tour.
Ah.
Oh no. Look. It's him. The bastard killed my father.
We have to tell Mirabeau as soon as...
I'll take care of this. Meet me at Mirabeau's estate.
Shooters.
Stay down!
What was in that book? So this database has just been updated, and I might as well have a look at the update from Sean. Cutting in here at the beginning, big news, get eyes on a Grandmaster, Sage, massive potential. Died in 1791, obviously not the case. Huh? Update, well I don't think we need to worry about the Templars finding his remains now. What? That update doesn't make a lot of sense.
you see
I'll
them?
find out.
The windows, across the street.
Oh yeah, there they are. I can
Watch
totally.
out!
I can get him. Why is he aiming down there? You've made a mistake, dude. And the mistake was giving me time to line up a headshot. This is seriously not very good sniper AI. I wonder if they can shoot through glass windows. I bet they actually can't. You know what though, this guy is smarter. He's got other people in the room with him. Oh, no, they've gone. No, no problem. I was worried about hitting innocents for a second there.
Initiate, this is Bishop. Do you copy? Good bloody work out there. You found him. Francois Thomas Germain, Grandmaster of the Templars and a Sage to boot. By our reckoning, that's the second Sage to rise to the Templars' highest rank. A troubling trend. Until we know more about this Germain, stick with Arno. He might have outlived this Grandmaster, and that could lead us to his body. Bishop out.
I still want to know why it is that the Sean database writerman thinks that we don't have to worry about Templars finding the body. Hey, it's a smoke bomb. That guy just used a smoke bomb. I'm gonna freaking... I want to know what he's doing. How come you get to use smoke bombs? You an assassin? Nah, anyway. Let's continue on to the next mission. That one didn't take very long. So, jackpot, although Bishop seems to have realised it somewhat later than I did. What does this mean, really? I'm thinking... not much. Like, it doesn't change much in the day-to-day. It just means gotta keep following through on these missions and seeing what happens. Who was the first Sage Grandmaster? Was that Jacques de Molay himself? I don't think I've ever been to Mirabeau's estate. I looked up the real-life Comte Mirabeau. He was definitely a semi-major figure in the revolution. The idea that he was a sort of nobleman who renounced his title became one of the speakers and representatives and writers of revolutionary rhetoric stuff. But after he died, he got denounced for having been secretly in correspondence with King Louis. He was in fact a moderate trying to keep everyone happy with each other. Which was not in fashion at the time, and I would say they were probably right to have it not be in fashion. You cannot trust
Elise?
someone who literally declares themselves an absolute monarch.
Monsieur Mirabeau?
Is there a problem here?
Elise? Elise? What is this?
I found him like this. I didn't.
Of course not. But I have to report this to the council immediately. They'll know what to do.
No! They don't trust me as it is. I'll be their suspect, first and last.
You're right. Of course you're right.
What are we going to do?
We find out what happened.
Dang. Looks like it's time for another murder mystery. This is a pretty good follow-on in some ways from Assassin's Creed Rogue. In that game, of course, you play as a assassin who becomes a Templar because the assassins aren't always right, just, you know, almost always. Although in that game, even, like, the Templars are still evil, they just happen to be right about a very specific thing.
Doesn't look like it was forced.
So the killer was expected.
A guest, perhaps? Or a servant?
Or an assassin. That's alarming. So in this game, we see what happens when the assassins are the status quo. They're the large and powerful group. They've been dominating French politics, and the Templars were weak. They have become hidebound.
A handkerchief. Lady's handkerchief.
So, we can count half the noble women of Paris as suspects, then?
Maybe one of the staff will recognize it.
Could be planted, of course, if someone's trying to incriminate Elise. A cup.
Poison.
Let me see that.
Just smells like poison, I guess.
Aconite. Hard to detect unless you know what you're looking for.
Popular with Templars, is it?
With anyone who wants to get away with murder. But yes.
I think I detect Arno's voice becoming slightly more suspicious. Let's actually talk to Elise about this. She's probably got some opinions.
Tell me about this aconite.
I'd have thought an assassin would be something of an expert on the subject.
We prefer datura.
Well, aconite is almost impossible to detect, and the symptoms resemble natural causes. Useful when you need to get rid of someone without martyring them.
And how would one go about acquiring it?
Grows easily enough in a garden, but for the symptoms to have come on so suddenly, it must have been processed.
Or purchased through an apothecary. Tell me about this aconite.
Yeah, we've already had that conversation.
Assassin would be something of an expert on the subject.
We prefer datura.
Well, aconite is
I want to stop speaking.
the symptoms resemble natural causes.
See, what I'm thinking is, like, I may have missed out on some sort of conversation by not talking to her after examining the handkerchief, or...
Grows easily enough in a garden, but for the symptoms to have
Let's check out the body, then.
It must have been processed.
When she finishes talking.
Purchased through an apothecary.
Okay. This is not how the historical Mirabeau died.
What is that?
It's the weapon that killed your father.
That's a Templar badge of office.
What's it doing here?
Painting a picture.
Yeah, I mean, we've basically got two possibilities. And one is that Elise is being framed by probably the assassins. And the other is that an actual Templar did it. Like, why not? You can definitely imagine the Templars wanting to kill Mirabeau. It's particularly now that Germain is in charge.
Looks like he was expecting a visitor.
Who?
Master Kemar.
Kemar. Interesting. It is a murder mystery like the minigame. You can in fact accuse Elise. I'm not going to. I just think the way Arno's been characterized in the game, I don't think there's any chance he'd end up believing it was Elise. He'd probably abandon the assassins rather than turn on her. Kill the messenger. I do hate messengers. That was just another one of those street challenge things. It's never clear why you're doing that thing. Well, I mean, there are sort of attempts to motivate you with like incidental dialogue if you listen to them first, but I didn't. Don't mind me just having some minor trouble descending the building there. If you do a particularly elegant descent, you actually get creed points and a little pop-up. Obviously, I did not. Let me just pick up my income here. We are finished with icon missions, but here's a new kind of icon. The green chest. It means it's your monies. Master Kema. He's the guy with the beard and the grey hair, right? I wonder if I should speak to apothecaries. So the pin thing that Jermaine made is a Templar badge of office.
How are you, friend?
Of course, he would easily have the ability to make another one, but an assassin could easily have stolen one from a target. There were some people who really did not like Elise. Chief among them, I have to say, Belek. But surely Belek wouldn't go so far as to kill the mentor. He seemed like a man who really believes in the Brotherhood.
Ah, Monsieur Dorian. What can I do for you?
Mirabeau is dead.
Dead?
Murdered.
I knew this truce would come to a bad end. I'll have to summon the rest of the council to deal with this.
Elise had nothing to do with it. I'll stake my life on that fact. Please, give me a little more time. I'll find the killer.
Very well. You have until tomorrow morning. No later.
Mirabeau was poisoned with aconite.
Poison? Do I need to point out that that particular strain is a favorite of the Templars?
You do not. Where might one acquire aconite in such strong concentrations?
Any doctor could prescribe it in diluted form. I myself take a tincture of aconite for my heart. It's strictly regulated, of course. But I do know of an apothecary in Lamare who's willing to overlook such petty legal matters.
Thank you.
So Kemar himself also takes aconite. And indeed knows where to purchase it. And I noticed that the accuse option has just appeared above his head. But I'm going to follow this one through to the end. Don't know enough about Kmart to think he might have done it. I suspect that Arno is literally staking his life on this. That is, if he defends Elise from the assassins and cannot, in fact, find the real killer. Or if it turns out to be Elise, but it won't. But yeah, then I don't think they'd show a lot of mercy. That's where I want to go. And for some reason, it's that thing again where for some reason fast travel sometimes doesn't work in certain parts of missions, like when you're within a mission and finding an objective part of it, you can't fast travel to the closest point only. It's a strange choice. It's not like this is in some way essential to the gameplay. It didn't work this way in previous games. It may be an engine limitation. It might be that they have sort of special versions of the city loaded, or special states of stuff. And in order to make that work, they can't just give you the normal machinery. Or it could be that on some missions they want the freedom to do things like have something happen to you en route. I have seen that happen. And so so that definitely does happen, and it could be that in order to preserve that possibility, they want to consistently prevent you from fast traveling. An immersion thing, maybe. I guess it's immersive but inconvenient. Speak to the apothecary.
thought you might need some help.
Yep.
I think I can handle a lone druggist.
Oh, what did I tell you? Something happening en route. That is actually cool.
Bonsoir. I wonder if you might...
Not again.
Well played.
Wait. Damn you, come back here.
He said not again.
Slow down. Wait. Leave me alone.
He said not again because a man in an assassin's hood turned up. This is confirming my worries. I can totally catch him though.
I just have a few questions.
Yeah. Damn it, I'm somehow falling behind. Even though I'm going about as fast as you can in a straight line. Oh. Yo shit. That was a mistake. Where is he? Hold up.
Slow down. Wait.
Nice.
Let me be.
That's going to be much easier to catch you if you keep running into the door like that. It had to be a glitch.
Please! I've never told anyone. I did just as you said.
What are you talking about?
You're with the other one, aren't you? The hooded man.
Tell me about this other one. Who is he?
I don't know. I never saw his face. Ah! He threatened to kill me if I didn't give him the poison. I didn't ask questions. Ah, I keep only a small quantity in stock. He took that straight away, but he told me where to drop off the second dose.
Second dose?
Second dose.
Here. That's all I know. I swear it.
Go on, then. Think of this as a wonderful story to frighten your grandchildren with.
Well?
You were right. He gave our mysterious killer the poison. And he said the killer wore a hood like mine.
Well, there are shades of grey in every good story.
If we've been betrayed from within...
That would explain why the killer tried to frame me.
Here. This is where the apothecary delivered his wares.
What are we waiting for?
She's got a point. But I'll tell you what I'm waiting for. A recording break.